Time for a new Bloxstrap tutorial. Let's do it. So whether you are new to the channel or not, Bloxstrap, what it is pretty much, it is a bootstrapper for Roblox that allows you to mod your Roblox client a little bit, which is really cool. You can also set your FPS, you can change a whole bunch of settings in there, whether it's your mouse cursors, your sounds, and a whole bunch more. So if it's your first time, like I said, this is perfect. And if you just return it and need a bit of an update, there you go, because we're going to be going through a full installation, uninstallation of the software, and of course, modding as well. So with that being said, let's dive into it right now. So if we take in consideration you have Bloxstrap installed on your computer and you would like to have a fresh install, which is actually what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and remove the icon. If ever it's somewhere in your computer, go ahead and remove that. Also, next step, go to the search icon over here. Go ahead and type in add or remove programs. We're going to go ahead and uninstall Roblox from our computer. So we're going to go ahead and go here and we're going to scroll down until we see Bloxstrap right here, okay? We're going to go ahead and uninstall that, just like that. 3 dots, uninstall. And then it's going to go ahead and ask if we want to keep our settings or not. Go ahead and uncheck that box because we're going to go through a full reinstallation right here, right now, because this is an updated video, like I said. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. And there we go. Bloxstrap has successfully been uninstalled. We're going to go ahead and make sure that Roblox itself now is uninstalled as well. So we're going to keep scrolling down into the R section. And as we can see, Roblox is not here, but we're going to make sure that it's off the computer right now. So we're going to go ahead and close out of this. We're going to go down here. We're going to type in %local app data %. Thought for a second my keyboard glitched, but we good. We're going to go ahead and type that in. Click here. And then over here, we're going to look for a folder called either Roblox or Bloxstrap, or if none of them are here, this is good. We're going to move on to the next step, but we're going to go and check that out right now. So as we can see, there's no Bloxstrap in the B section over here. We're going to scroll down, see if we got anything in the R's for Roblox. Sometimes there is, sometimes it's not there. As far as I know, I don't see anything, but there's one thing in particular we got to pay attention to that can actually slow our computer down, is actually the temp folder right here, which is temporary files, by the way. So go ahead and open that up. And this is just to clear a bit of things, because as you guys can see, there's hidden folders in here, such as Bloxstrap, Roblox, and if you have Google Chrome, obviously, there's going to be a bit of stuff as well over here, and just a bunch of files that you have no clue what they do. So pretty much go ahead and highlight all these, Control A, click on that bin, delete everything. Make sure you click that little box right here that says, do this for all current items. If ever some stuff can't be deleted, click that box and just skip it. Just like that. It's going to ask maybe a few times, and just keep on skipping just like that until everything has been deleted. Sometimes there needs to be more files deleted. Control A again and go ahead and do that. Sometimes my Filmora just does that, which is my editing software, but pretty much some files can't be deleted for some weird reason. I'll have to look that up, but that's not the topic of this video. So let's keep going. We're going to go ahead and back one out, and I think we're pretty much done in here. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of that, reopen this, and then type in this time %app data. Now there's a slight difference between local app data and app data. It's almost the same place, but it's not really in your computer. So now once we are here, let's try to locate anything regarding Roblox. Let's see here. Do we have anything real talking about Roblox here? I don't see nothing about Roblox, nothing about Bloxstrap, so we good here. So this is perfect. So once we got that situated, we're going to go ahead and type in into the search bar Roblox. And if anything about Roblox pops in your computer, it should appear. If not, you're good to go. But if you really want to make sure, click all of these little things over here at the top. So like folder, for instance, looking for apps as well. And if nothing pops in your computer, you're good to go. Roblox has been fully uninstalled. Now that we've uninstalled Roblox from our computer, partially, we're going to go ahead and completely remove it. Recycle bin, Control A, go ahead and click on that bin and empty that. Just like that. There we go. It's going to work on it. Might take a bit of time. Should be okay if ever you're still stuck on working on it. Go ahead and hit that refresh. The folder's empty. You've cleaned your computer. So we are good on that aspect of it. No more Roblox inside the computer. We can now proceed to the next step right now. So the next step will be to install Bloxstrap, aka Roblox, on our computer. I will obviously put all the links in the description of this video so you guys don't miss out on anything. There will be tons of links in the description. So check that out if you guys want to check how you can mod your Roblox client from top to bottom. Pretty much we're going to cover obviously the big things, and for the stuff that are more into depth, we're going to leave that on the side, but for the major stuff, we're going to go ahead and go into it. All right, so with that being said, let's go. We got some Bloxstrap stuff to download. So we can obviously see that on GitHub, it's actually available there, but there also is an official website for it. And don't get fooled, because I see a lot of people that goes ahead and just type in Bloxstrap just like that on their search bar, right? The first result pops and it's this over here, the version 2.8.6, which is the current one. But is it actually a reliable source? I mean, this looks like one of those websites where you could just click on the wrong download button and get a virus, right? So we want to avoid that as much as I can. And also GitHub is actually the perfect website for that, because this is an open source software. So it has been tested. There's people that has been scanning the whole thing. And as you guys can tell by the forks, which is pretty much people taking the software and modding them for their own personal use or to share their creativity, they can also go ahead and do that. So with that being said, this is pretty much clean. We can download it from here, or like I said, bloxstraplabs.com right here. We can open that up into a new tab and install it from here as well, version 2.8.6, which is the most legit ways to download this software. So we're going to go and do that right now. Perfect. That has been installed. We're going to minimize that. Right click on that, go to your downloads, and then we're going to launch the executable right here. Just like so. Perfect. We're going to minimize that. System default for the preferred language. You can pick whatever you want depending on what your language is. I'll leave that to default on my end. And over here, we're going to be welcomed and greeted. So this is perfect. We can go ahead and click next. And this is going to be your installation path. So if you don't have enough space on your drive on your computer and you have external drives, you're going to go ahead and hit the browse over here and just select the right driver you want to install this on. Personally, I don't use a whole bunch of space on my computer, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Desktop icon, I'm going to let that as it is. Start menu icon, I don't need that. Turn that off. Then again, that's optional. You can or cannot do that. It's up to you if you want to put that on or not. The analytics, turn that off. Pretty much what it's going to do is going to send analytics to the owners and check out if anything needs to be patched and blah blah blah. And I feel like that's just like a whole bunch of like spy on you right now. So you know, a lot of people are going to turn that off, and I totally understand and agree with them. Personally, I turned that off as well. So there we go. Turn that feature off. I think it's safe. Go ahead and click install. And then from here, it's going to be the completion. As you guys can see, we currently have a desktop icon, which is going to go right here, just like that. And then we have two options, either configure Bloxstrap settings or install and launch Roblox. So there's two different things we can do right here. We're going to go ahead and first head into the configuration. We got a lot to talk about in here, so we're going to go and do that right now. Starting with the integration, activity tracking. Enabling activity tracking allows for Bloxstrap to detect what Roblox game you're playing. Certain features may require this. I personally would say turn it on. Moving on to the next one, I do believe this is a pretty interesting one, to be honest. It is the query server location. So when in game, you'll be able to see where your server is located at via whatever this is. So in the short of it, whenever you're going to join a game, there's going to be a little pop-up that's going to pop on your screen and say like, you've joined it via the server, and it's going to tell you where the server is located at on the globe. Could be in Europe, could be in the US, a lot in the US, because you know Roblox is in the US for the most part. So if ever you live in Europe and you join a US server, I would recommend you go ahead and leave and rejoin, try to get into a European server. And if you're in the States and get into a European server, you're going to have some serious ping problems, so you might want to check that out. So that feature comes in handy to tell if your ping is going to be bad or not whenever you join a game. So go ahead and turn that on. Like I said, it's going to be a little pop-up window that's going to pop as soon as you join the game. Make sure you're actually not in full screen. I do believe it works better when you're not in full screen, but then again, it might work in full screen as well. I'm not too sure. And then there's also don't exit the desktop app. Personally, I don't even mess with that setting right here. I'll just leave it as it is. Show game activity, I'll leave that one on. Allow activity joining, I actually turn this one off because, you know, people can just follow you in game no matter what even your privacy settings are. I do believe. I haven't tested out that myself, but for personal security measures, I'll leave that turned off. Show Roblox account that can be displayed on your Discord profile. It's optional, yes. You can go ahead and do that. Custom integration, that's a thing I have not covered or do myself. Here you can have other programs launched with Roblox automatically, so this is where you can just like add stuff to it if you'd like, but personally I don't even use that, so it's up to you if you're really a nerd to go ahead and start messing with that over here. Moving on, bootstrapper section. There we go. So prompt to confirm when launching another Roblox instance. So pretty much as soon as you're gonna like, I don't know, like play like on your laptop, but your Roblox was open over here, is gonna send you a message like, hey, there's a new connection that goes over there, and you know, vice versa. Pretty much. It just gets annoying with time, and I do believe by default Roblox does that, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that off. Allow use of unsupported Roblox language. I mean, you can or you cannot turn it on. I mean, it's up to you if you want to mess with that. I personally haven't seen any difference, to be frankly honest. And Roblox by itself will be reinstalled no matter what because of their anti-cheat systems and everything else, so that is actually not available. But like I said, if you go back onto Bloxstrap, GitHub into the fork section like we saw earlier, there's people that actually have made their own custom one, and you can more likely disable that feature. But I do believe it just kind of breaks at one point because Roblox needs to be updated with their anti-cheat, and it's going to prevent you from playing. So I don't see the use of that. So pretty much that one, you can't do nothing. It's like, it's grayed out anyways. Going up to the mods section, this is going to be a big major part of this tutorial right here. As you guys can see, there's a lot of stuff we can mess with. We're going to start off with a custom death sound, or if you'd like, use the old death sound, the oof sound. Everybody knows that is so iconic. It's right here. Turn that on and you'll have it. Simple as that. But for the people that are just nerd like me, if you want to have a custom death sound, what you want to go ahead and do is turn that feature off and go to your mods folder. We're going to come back to that later because right now this is only the bootstrapper that is installed and not Roblox to the fullest. So we're going to go and keep scrolling down until Roblox is fully installed. Then we're going to come back to this part and then finish up what we started, okay? This is what we're going to be going and doing. So the mouse cursor now, what I like to use is the 2006 cartoony one, which is, you know, has been up around until 2013, 14 maybe. I'm not too sure, which is very, very iconic to Roblox. I love that one. You can also use the 2013 angular one, which is like that little diamond triangular shape sort of looking like. You can use the old avatar editor background if you'd like as well, right here. Personally, I don't use it. You can if you want. Emulate old character sounds prior to 2014 and earlier on. As an OG myself, I have to use that. Preferred emoji type, I don't really mess with that, but if you want to, you know, revert your emojis or whatever, you can right here as well. That's totally an option. You also can use a custom font. It can be adjusted in the engine settings tab. Okay, so that's another one that I don't think I've been messing with. I think this one is for whenever you want to add like a custom font, like the text, like if you want to have like different types of characters. As you can see, it's pretty basic right here. Like all the text is the same, but you can pretty much just choose a font right here, like a I don't know, like Comic Sans SMS or whatever. I don't know, Arial Black or whatever. You know what I mean? This is where you can go ahead and put in the text. Like I don't really know to even say that myself, but pretty much that's where you do it. If you are so interested in that, you can do that right here. I personally don't, because I feel like it ruins most of the aesthetics of some games. And then moving on to engine settings, right here. Allow Bloxstrap to manage fast flags. So yes, you want to trigger that on if you are interested, which pretty much means, what are fast flags? It does a whole bunch of different things, but as far as I know, in terms of views that I tried, it pretty much can change your Roblox escape menu version, depending which one are still on the website and like the script or like the code of the site. Some of them has been removed, like the 2015 one, like the blue one, this so iconic one that everybody knows about. It is no longer in the code of Roblox. If you try to put that into the Bloxstrap here, it's not going to work. It's going to break. It's not going to work at all. So RIP to that. But pretty much you can try to do a few things. I've tried other menus that work, but personally I feel like the new one they drop is kind of like a 2015 one, but like with just different colors and stuff. I'm talking about colors. I got something for y'all with that one as well. So with that being said, we're going to scroll down. I don't think I missed anything over here now. And then we have a whole bunch of different things. This is like some stuff I've never really understood, like the anti-aliasing quality MSAA. I have no clue what that stands for, to be honest. I don't even touch that. And if you have a computer that has a bit of, let's say, a hard time running the game, FPS loss and stuff like that, you can disable player shadows. You can disable post-processing effects as well. Disable tearing texture as well if you're really having a hard time playing around in Roblox. These are some very good options for you right there. Talking about some problems, you can also lock your frames at 60 or whatever you want. As a content creator myself, I need to lock my frames at 60, considering OBS runs my streams at 60 frames per second. So if I put my frames for, say, any higher, OBS will only capture 60 on 120, which means my stream is going to look laggy. So with that being said, I gotta lock those at 60, and I play with 60 frames just fine. Like, I don't complain about that too much. And preferred lighting technology, that's an interesting one. That's a very experimental one, but you can go ahead and use one of those over here, which is just going to change the lighting in game. So we have voxel phase 1, shadow map phase 2, future phase 3. If you guys would like to tweak these settings, you can, and it's easy to change. You just go back in here, just choose whatever you want. And if you want to revert back to the original one just chosen by game, select that one. Simple as that. It's experimental. It's for you to try. Preserve rendering quality with display scaling. Roblox reduces your rendering quality depending on how your display is scaled in Windows. So pretty much, if you play with your game windowed or full screen, it might impact. So if again your computer kind of sucks, sorry to say, but you have a hard time playing Roblox with FPS loss and stuff, you might want to trigger that on. But in my case, I don't have to do that. Moving on to the next one, we have rendering mode, which is set to automatic. You have direct 3D 11 and 10 as well right there. To be honest, I don't mess with that. I don't touch that. None of my business right here because I run Roblox just fine. Texture quality set to automatic. You have different levels as well. This can also impact your performance. Like I said, if you want to have better performance, you might want to tweak a bit of these settings. It's optional. Like I said, in my case, I don't have to. I have a pretty strong computer, so I don't mess with those settings. You can go ahead and disable full screen title bar. Stops it from showing whenever you move your mouse to the top of the screen. So pretty much every time you're going to put your mouse at the top of the screen, like this, for instance, is going to, you know, you see how sometimes it can get annoying. Well, I mean, Roblox does kind of the same as well with that kind of setting. So that can be a bit annoying. Like it's going to be like this little bar that's going to pop up every time. And it just gets annoying. So you can either turn it on or off if you want to try it. Enable ability to hide GUIs, toggle with keyboard, only works if you're in the Bloxstrap group. Then again, I read that, but I still don't understand what that really means, so I turned that off. You can try it if you want. Let me know in the comments down below. Font size, default value is 1 to just if you use a custom font. So like I said, that's the custom font for the text. I already tried to mess with that. I set it to 10, and like all the letters and the UI was completely changed, placed a little bit. Like the text was bigger and stuff. So if you want to have a bigger text, you can crank the numbers if you'd like. Personally, I think 1 is perfect for me. You know, you can try that if you'd like. Reset everything to default. Well, if you turn that on, everything that you've done in here is just going to get reset. It's pretty self-explanatory what it does. And now here goes the fast flags. Okay, so now you get this big warning. You think you're about to crash out. Something's going to go wrong. But no, you just got to wait a little bit. I'll explain what's going on up in here. It's not too bad. Then again, it might break over time considering Roblox is removing some UIs over the years, like escape menus, like I've mentioned earlier in the video. So we're going to go ahead and say we know what we're doing. So let's say, for instance, you find on Roblox an old UI script that you can go ahead and copy. Usually they are JSON's files. So you want to go to add new right here. You want to go to import JSON and you just want to copy paste the whole UI right here pretty much. It's like a line of code as you guys can kind of see. You import, you click OK, you save, and you're done on that part of it right there. So with that being said, that is pretty much explanatory of how this works. I do believe there's other fast flags you can use, but I'm not a big fan. I don't really use that. I tried it once just to see how it worked, but I don't touch that anymore. So with that being said, if you close out of that, by the way, it just kicks you out. So go back in and we're going to keep going. Configure settings. So we were into, let me see, the fast flags, right? Yep. So pretty much now we're done with that part. Now we're going to move on to the appearance. So the global theme is system default. You can also put it light if you'd like, if you're crazy enough to do that, or put it dark like I always do, because obviously my font is dark and I like it dark as well. So the language, system default, then again, we're prompted with that over here. You just pick the language you want. No big deal right here. And then you have the bootstrapper, which is an interesting one. It's a very visual one. So whenever you're going to click on the Bloxstrap icon or you're going to go in game, it's going to preview this. Now that's a default one, but you can change it as well, which is pretty cool. This is just like a the preview, like I said. It does nothing but just show that. So cancel that, and you can change all the different Bloxstrap you have. But technically, since I joined it in 2012, around that date, I will go ahead and put the legacy one, and the icon will obviously match. So I'm gonna go with this one, kind of like that. We can have a bit of a preview once again right here, and then it looks like kind of like this, which I do believe looks nicer, I guess. OG vibes right here, which is perfect. We're gonna keep scrolling down, and then we have bootstrapper customization. If you're so inclined, you can give it a name. So in my case, I'll just give it modded, and then let's see the preview. It says Bloxstrap modded. Simple as that. And if you are really a nerd, you can also make a custom icon, which I personally would like to, but I don't spend a whole enough time to make myself an icon. And you need to respect some size as well, such as 16 pixel by 128 pixel in order to be able to even import that in here. So if you have some time to spend and waste, you can try that if you'd like. It's cool. Moving on to the last section, we have shortcuts right here. And we can also have a desktop icon, start menu, launch Roblox, Bloxstrap setting icon, blah, 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 blah. So this is more likely going to wrap it up right here. We're going to go ahead and click the save button, just like that. And now we're going to close out of this. And I'm going to show you guys a trick in order to bypass the login on Bloxstrap as well, because every time you do a fresh install, it's going to obviously log you out of your account. So if we, for instance, didn't know that, we're going to log into Bloxstrap right here. Just like that. We're going to launch it. Just like that. And then it's going to start installing Roblox for the very first time, because that's a fresh install, like I said earlier. So now it's going to go find the client on the website, get it downloaded, just like that. And there we go. And now we're prompted with a brand new screen that says you got to log in. So to bypass that, if you forgot your password or anything else, As long as you're logged onto the website, you're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Just like that, we're going to go ahead and play the Hunt Mega Edition. And now we are currently in the game. We're going to go ahead and leave to bypass, like I said, the login. So it's going to more likely connect us instantly into Bloxstrap. What's this? And there we go. We're currently logged into Bloxstrap. Well, I mean, the Roblox app itself, which is pretty cool. And we can go ahead and try it out by ourselves right here. If we close out of this, minimize that, and we reopen that up, as you guys can see, launch Roblox, and we're going to be logged in. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now that we've done all of this, now is the time for us to go ahead and do the custom death sound. So in order to do that, we're going to go back to mods. And here's the mods folder, which is going to be very important for the next part of the video, especially for the sound part and also the visual part, because I got some color mods that we can install as well for the escape menu and some other additional stuff as well, which is really cool. So we're going to go ahead and dive into that later on. So mods folder, click here. For those who want a custom death sound, like I said, a custom death sound, if you just want the regular oof sound, you don't need to do any of these steps. What you got to do here is trigger that on right here and you'll have it, okay? So for those who are nerd enough to have a custom death sound, follow my steps right here. So we're going to close out of this and just redo it again. So mods folder right here, okay? So we have the client settings. Now I just want to see where we are located at. So we're in modifications. So if we dig enough, yeah, that just leads nowhere. So we got to go ahead and back out a few stuff over here, a few folders until you see the versions folder. Click here. Click the versions, whatever the heck that means. Go to content, go to sounds, and once you're in here, don't move. You're good to go. Now what you're going to go and do is put that on the side right here, okay? So if you already have a sound installed in your computer and it's a WAV file or an MP3 format, make sure you go into a website, like I said earlier. All the links will be down in the description below, so I'll find a website for y'all. Convert it to a OGG format, okay? Make sure you guys do that because that's the only way this is going to work. Because the ouch.ogg file right here, as you guys can see, it says it, ouch.ogg. This is the regular death sound, by the way. There we go, as you guys can see. We're going to replace that with a custom one. So we're going to go and do that right now. So if you already have it installed on your computer, all what you're going to have to do is drag and drop. If you don't, well, you're going to have to record it, clip it, sample it, and pretty much export it as an OGG file, like I said, and then drag and drop it over here. But if you already have it, it's going to be pretty fast. So in my case, I already have a backup. So I'm going to go here into Bloxstrap stuff. I have a folder dedicated for that. We're going to go ahead and do that. Control C, Control V, which is just copying it. We're going to go ahead and rename that file, like I said. Just like that. And we want to make sure it's called just ouch.ogg, my bad. Just like that. We're going to go ahead and highlight it. Drag it and drop it into that little buffer zone right here where there's nothing. We're going to go ahead and replace the file destination. And there we go. We currently have a custom death sound. It is just that simple. Refresh that if you'd like, and there you go. We pretty much already have it. So whenever Roblox is going to update their client, all what I got to do is just go back in that folder, drag and drop, replace. I got my custom death sound back. 2-second process. Very simple and easy. So that is perfect. So with that being said, we can go ahead and save again if we want. And I just realized that apparently it didn't save some of my settings over here, such as emulate old character sounds. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick right here. I'm going to go ahead and use the cartoony. Apparently it didn't save my settings. I don't know why. Maybe a little bug occurred. I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest. But if ever your settings gets changed again, make sure you go back and, re-put them back. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that right now real quick. Okay, so we're back. I just did a bit of settings because, like I said, it didn't save my settings for some reason. Now we're back with the, as you guys can already hear, the, that's nice. That guy just claimed something. But yeah, pretty much like I said, we have the custom sounds right now going on. As you guys can see, we have the old sounds, of course, as you guys can hear. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I can't try them all just yet because obviously I would need to fall and stuff like that, which we can't hardly do in this lobby, but you pretty much get the point. The sounds are here. Custom death sound is here as well. Let's hear it out. Perfect. This is my death sound, by the way. It's the Willem scream. So for those who are wondering what the heck that was, that's the Willem scream. You can look it up online as well if you guys would like to have that as well. So that is that right there, which is perfect. So that is actually all situated. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. Let's go. So if you've been into my previous episode here or tutorial on Bloxstrap, you would actually tell that by now this is going to wrap it up right there. But I actually found an extra thing which you can go ahead and modify your UI menu colors, like I said earlier. So I actually have something for y'all. I found this on Discord. Obviously, it was into the Bloxstrap official Discord server, which I can actually go ahead and showcase to y'all if you guys would like to be interested in that. But I pretty much put that into a Google Drive, and it's just available for everybody because I know some of y'all don't have Discord necessarily. So to avoid y'all making accounts or y'all don't want to use Discord, y'all can use the Drive. I made some links, like I said. Links in the description below. Check those out if you guys would be interested. But pretty much they have here, let me see. There we go. They have into mod section right here in their Discord server. They have like a whole bunch of packs and like a community that makes like they make like mods and stuff. I'm not too sure. Some of them are kind of suspicious, but you pretty much have like a few of them, just like this one right here, which is like has a couple of pictures. You guys can kind of see right here from this picture. Like it has like a whole bunch of different colors to it, which is really nice. Love that. So I'm going to go ahead and showcase to you guys how you can install that via the Drive, which I have all of these right here. Make sure you guys read the readme text because, like I said, or I'm about to say, I did not make any of these packs. I'm just, you know, promoting those for y'all. I have tested a few of them. They all pretty much work. I do believe, and if ever they break, disclaimer, I am not responsible if they break, considering Roblox updates are anti-cheat. They update like their UIs and stuff. So if ever they break, I'm not the one that's going to patch it, but I will look forward for a patch for it, and if I find one, I will go ahead and upload it over here to let y'all know that there has been a patch for that specific color that you were looking for, actually. So the one I'm going to be using for this will be the deep blue team right here, so I'm going to go ahead and download this one. This one's probably my favorite by far for now. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it just downloaded, so we're going to go ahead and check that out over here in the downloads. There it is, as you guys can see. There it is right here. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. And then we have content, extra content, and information.json file, which pretty much is just the version that it runs on. As you guys can kind of see right here, there's nothing too crazy about this one right here, as you guys can see. Nothing too crazy, like I said. And then we're going to go ahead and look how we can go ahead and drag and drop this into Bloxstrap to have our UI completely changed in terms of color. So we're going to leave that open. We're going to go ahead and right-click Bloxstrap right here. We're going to go to file location, and it's going to put us over here. So we're going to go ahead and put this like on each side right here, just kind of like that. We're going to leave that over here and leave ourselves a bit of a buffer zone, empty zone right here, so we don't highlight anything. Go to versions, click here again, and there we go. So now this is pretty easy. It's just drag and drop. For those who never modded, this is simple. Okay, I've been modding GTA 5 for a long period of time. This is off topic completely, but I pretty much have a good knowledge of how this works. So you can kind of relate here. Content and extra content on the left side. Content and extra content right here. 1 + 1 = 2 pretty much. So go ahead and highlight these two. Drag and drop them right here, just like that. Then it's going to replace the file destination. Go ahead and do it. Just like that. Let it go, let it go. And there we go. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out of this. Just like so. And now they are currently installed into our computer. Now, there's one little problem with this, okay, which is that you got to go back to your settings and verify some of your settings because that pack also involves changing your mouse cursor. So if ever you want to go ahead and have your specific mouse cursor, make sure that the one you want is selected because that will actually override it, and then you want to override that one again by coming back up in here. But that takes like 2 seconds like I just did on screen. Close out of that. Reopen Bloxstrap. Let's launch it. And we're going to have a custom font or a UI. As you guys can kind of see now, it's no longer silver or gray, it's kind of blue because I took the blue one. Full screen data, as you guys can see, everything is more likely blue, which is really nice. And sometimes, depending on what the icons of the people that made the pack want to use, sometimes you'll have some weird logos. That does not mean it's paid access. That's not what it means. Sometimes the icons are kind of wrong depending on the pack you're using. Then again, I'm not the one to blame. I didn't make the pack myself, but that's an interesting thing to see though. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the game, and I will show you guys the color of the pack. So we're currently into the game. As you guys can see, we have all the icons over here. We can go ahead and close out of that. And first of all, as you guys can see, if we press the escape, we can already have the colors right here. As you guys can see, everything is blue. Settings, everything is kind of blue. I wish that was also blue, but it's not, unfortunately. I wish it was though, but hey, it is what it is, and you can pretty much have a good overview of everything. Everything is blue, which is very nice. Another thing that's pretty cool, if we look at the player base, the player list, I mean, everybody's like little profile is blue as well. Depending on the color pack you chose, it's gonna be that color. And also, it's not all, but the wheel of emotes is also the color you want. Now, it's kind of hard to display that. Let me try to get on a better color. Maybe white will do it better. As you guys can kind of see, it's blue as well, which is really, really nice. That is very cool. Love that. That's probably one of my best feature right here that I could show, and I absolutely love that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you guys enjoyed another great tutorial on Bloxstrap. That was version 2.8.6.0, I do believe. If ever there's newer versions that drops and some stuff breaks, I will do an updated video. And like I said, for those who are wondering about the packs, for the colors, I am not responsible if they break over time. So if y'all start talking about that in the comments and be like, oh, it's not working, it broke, well, it's not on me. I can't patch it myself. I'm not the one who created those. I'm just promoting those. So big respect to everybody that made these packs. Y'all deserve the credits for it, obviously. So if you guys know who made it, just go ahead and say thank you for them. That would be very nice. And with that being said, I'm going to leave on that note. I'm going to leave right here. Peace, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.